Oh, it's another lovely night. Thank you so much for joining us on Sports Hub. We are back again with more interesting items. And, well, today I'm featuring an interesting person. He's very young. He's turning 17 on Wednesday. And the things that he does, he has a mind of an adult, an elderly person, because in his sport, he's been beating elderly people, and even up to now, he is unbeaten. So later on, I'll be introducing him on the show. Well, you can get in touch with us. The numbers will be crawling on the screen. You can tell us, for instance, if you want to answer the question that we'll give you, or you can give a comment regarding the guest that we'll have. But another segment is on what is trending in sports. Very interesting. And today I have Hon FM sports anchor Esther Mwale. She's riding solo today. Welcome to Sports Hub.
Okay, it's indeed lovely to be back. I mean, coming from an exciting weekend morning, I must say I'm so excited to be back. So much happened, and really, I cannot wait.
Really? They've been trying to juggle the ball. Oh my God.
I cannot wait to share with you what happened. Okay, so in as far as what is trending more than so much happened. I mean, we're coming from something exciting, the Zambian Super League. We said goodbye to the Zambian Super League as well as the First Division 1 League. Talking about the Zambian Super League, after 12 years, Power Dynamos finally managed to be crowned kings of the MTN Super League. I tell you what, it wasn't really easy, because they had to fight the likes of FC Moza, Green Buffaloes, and so many names I can go on to mention. Of course, not forgetting the Airmen's, Red Arrows, who were so determined to defend the title, but unfortunately, they had other ways. But talking about, defending the title, I don't know what happened with Red Arrows or Power Dynamos. Can you imagine the Power Dynamos model that we have known, to have had, quite an interesting run in the MTN Super League, had lost to Red Arrows just on the final day.
And not just losing, but by 5 goals to 1.
5 goals to 1, which is really so embarrassing, if you were to ask me, and so worrying at the same time, owing to the fact that Power Dynamos will be going to, compete in continental football. I mean, they've earned the promotion in CAF Champions League, and looking at how they played, it was really worrying. And yeah, a lot of fans had questions to ask, but anyway, those questions will really get to have answers later when we start the season.
And that was the coronation day.
Yeah, as you can see, that was the coronation day. Power Dynamos, clean. They had to suit with the MTN, sponsors of the MTN Super League, so they had to suit. Others thought as though Nikla Bia MTN, but I was like, no, wait, it's not, it's different. Okay, so moving on to another story, Modern. Another disappointing story. There's, of course, involving a Trident Football Club. So Trident Football Club, yet again, they, earned themselves promotion to the MTN Super League. And yeah, even them, it wasn't really easy, but they did it. They were promoted. But on the final day, they disappointed us, the fans. They had to be beaten by Jumula FC by 3 goals to 1.
And not just anywhere else, but at home.
Imagine! It was really disappointing. What really happened? But anyway, this was them lifting the trophy. Doesn't matter the results at the end of it all. I mean, they were crowned champions of First Division 1 League. And next season, they are joining the Big Boys League. There's, of course, the MTN Super League. So I can't wait to see what they're going to bring. Perhaps there will be FC Muza number 2. I don't know. But anyway. So, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's them. As you can see, so excited. The captain receiving the trophy. Yeah, so that's what's happening. But, of course, still in the First Division 1 League, rather, also have this. Mufurila Wanderers. So they have been promoted to the MTN Super League. Now, what's funny about this, Modern, is that before this drama that you're seeing here, Mufurila Wanderers fans had told their players to say, "Kuno, kumufuranga tamwai se atina mwa promoted kuna nkan MTN Super League munyanta kodokasa." That was what the fans told the players, and it seems as though the players had everything.
Crazy mighty Mufulira Wanderers fans.
They had the audacity, that's what I would say, the audacity, the courage, you know, to beat Sharp Konkola Blades by 2-1. And after that, look at the fans, how crazy they became.
They were saying, umwaka wakuya mu Super League taulubikwa. This time we are going whether they like it or not.
If you're thin, then look
so
at them.
Now this fan, is this paint or he's wearing something? And is this female or male?
I think this is male from what I can see right now. This is male. I mean, so yeah, this is male, obviously. Just looking at the body posture. Come on,
but you got to my slippers too, and then the framed hair.
But anyway, it's indeed
like
exciting.
Umbrella Pamulu.
Yeah, fans were happy.
Fans.
I mean, this is something that we love to see. I mean, we love being happy. And coming very soon, I think football will become a national identity if we continue with the same spirit. It will soon become a national identity. I mean, it is something that has become part of us, and yeah, we cannot really take that away from Zambia.
Right.
Okay, so in another story, Modern, over the weekend, we had something exciting. So as a way of trying to empower women's football, there was a Rachel Kundananji women's football tournament over the weekend. And if you ask me, this is indeed a very, very interesting move for Rachel Kundananji to get to consider other players who would want to inspire to be like her. I mean, Rachel Kundananji has had an awesome run in the Spanish league with the CFF Madrid. I mean, despite them not winning the Spanish league, she finished the league as the second highest goal scorer. You know,
25
with
goals.
25 goals.
2 goals shy of the top scorer.
Yes, I mean that was the same number of goals that also Robert Lewandowski of Barcelona had finished with. So yeah, that tells you to say she's the best, and yeah, there's something that's coming.
And her team finished 5th. I think should be for the first time.
Exactly, for the first time, and it was due to Rachel Kundananji's contribution. Yeah, she was really on fire, and yeah, we love seeing that. And she came back home to.
Yeah, it's good. She's giving back to the community.
Exactly. I mean, she came. I mean, give Caesar what belongs to Caesar, also.
Yeah.
So this is what she's trying to do. So she came back home, trying to promote women's football, which is a very interesting move. And I hope that a lot of women in the Copa Queen squad will get to follow her move in this one. So this is what happened over the weekend in Mpongwe, actually. Yeah.
Great.
Okay. Anyway. So away from that, I tell you, so much happened over the weekend, and I don't really know where to end actually. But yeah, something interesting again, and this one is regarding Green Eagles Women's Football Club. So apparently, should be last season, there was a video that circulated of Green Eagles football, Green Buffaloes, sorry.
Green Eagles.
Yeah, Green Eagles. Yeah, this to get to confuse me.
Women's Football Club.
Yeah, Green Eagles Women's Football Club. Yeah, so apparently after the match between, in fact, during the match between Green Eagles and Yasa FC,
Queens.
Yeah, Yasa Queens. So, kwali players, kashingani banga babidi, kashingani batatu, kashinga muneke ushaka story.
I remember we showed that video. There was Julius and Ruth then. This player going to urinate on a goalpost. Yeah, and I was saying, well, according to players in Zambia, they believe when they urinate on a goalpost, then they neutralize if at all there's any juju there.
So apparently, the Football Association of Zambia Dismay Committee, you know, did analyze the situation, and finally they came to a conclusion to sanction Green Eagles Women's Football Club, and they were fined 20,000 kwacha for what had transpired, you know, during Yasa Queens and Green Eagles Football Club at the NAPSA complex grounds. So this is what's happening. But anyway, if you ask me,
valuable lessons being learned there.
If you ask me, it's indeed a great move. This will help to deter other teams that will be able to, you know, commit this offense. I mean, how can you have the mind? Why Murphy? Imagine
that.
That was really extreme.
Weird.
Extreme, if I to ask me.
No, apart from the 20,000 kwacha fine, they'll also be suspended for 6 months. So I don't know if it starts now. Yeah.
They're losing out, actually. So they should have been somewhere, but I don't know. At the start of the season, it will be something else because it will be pending for them.
Yeah.
So that's what happened in as far as women's, football is concerned locally. But anyway, just closing in, Modern, with something as well. I will not say it's interesting, but it's crazy somehow.
And bizarre at the same time.
So, Sweden could actually be the first team in the world, the first country, in the world, to actually get to have, sex as a sport. Could
that even be true?
Well, yeah, it can be. So apparently, Modern, there's a Sweden Sex Federation that's been in existence since 2016. Yeah, and this federation wants to affiliate itself with the Sports Council of Sweden, but it has been rejected. So they're trying by all means possible, but they're pushing. So if this gets to go through, Sweden will actually be the first nation to ever have sex as a sport.
So wait, so the federation feels sex is a sport?
Yeah, they feel everything that happens is a sport, and yeah, it requires for it to be recognized.
I'm wondering how it would be having a championship, the rules that would be there, how they score and all that.
So that's what
and whether it would be beamed live on TV and having the World Cup and
everybody is actually waiting for that because apparently they're rooting for a sex championship. So if this gets to go through, I don't know how are people going to be attending that tournament. But anyway, Modern, this is what we had for you in as far as weekend football and updates are concerned.
Thank you very much, Esther. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know if these would be end days where certain things that are not legalized now are seen to be normal. So anyway, we'll see what will happen in future. So we move on to the next segment. We go to the segment we call How Much Do You Know About Your Sportsmen and Women? Last week I showed you a photo of two sportsmen and I asked you to identify those two sportsmen. Unfortunately, I didn't receive any feedback regarding those two, but anyway, I'll give the response. So those two we showed last week. So the one who was on the left, that's Godfrey Chitalu. He was the head coach of the Zambia national football team, and then on the right, that's Alex Chola. He was the assistant coach of the Zambia national football team. And you know the results they were producing. Unfortunately, they died in 1993 along with 28 others during that plane crash off the coast of Gabon. That was very sad. They were also very good players during their days. You know, Godfrey Chitalu in 1972 scored a total of 116 goals, of which 9 of them were scored in the Continental Championship before the league actually started in March, and then later on scored 107 goals, which stand out up to now. That's the legend. Alex Chola also was very good player during his days. So those are the players that I showed you last week in case you got it wrong. But I have another one for you today. I have again two sportsmen, one on the left and another one on the right. Who are these sportsmen on the photo? Do you know them? If you know them, please call us on 0211 25 30 25. I'll be slowly, so that I'll mention them slowly so that you can call in. 0211 25 30 25, 0211 25 30 25, or 0211 25 08 43. If you're into Facebook, you can go to Sports Hub Facebook page or Modern Singhala Sports. Leave your comment there on the post. Or you can send a WhatsApp message on +260 955 20 29 04. We'll be so glad to hear from you. So as we'll be waiting for your calls, we go to the results from the past week. We start with the Zambia Rugby Union League, week 9 results. On Saturday, 3rd June, in the National League, it was Red Arrows 7, Mufulira Leopards 12. This was a shock of a result because Red Arrows are the defending champions and they did very well last season, but they lost to Mufulira Leopards. Then KPF 16, Green Eagles 14, Green Buffaloes 10, Lusaka 10. It was a tight match, this one. Then Diggers were on bye. In the President's League, it was Ndola 3, Chivuluma 14, Nchanga 3, Konkola 8. Then the game between Nkwazi and Ron was postponed. In the Women's League, it was Red Arrows 21, Mufulira Leopards nil, Green Eagles 21, Konkola and Nchanga nil. So this is a combination. So Konkola and Nchanga have combined to make one team. Then from rugby we go to netball in the Midlands Netball Association. Mina Premier League, week 8 games played at NAPSA Sports Complex in Lusaka. On Saturday, it was Green Eagles 43, Nkwazi 49, Kalingalinga United 30, Green Buffaloes 60. This was Green Buffaloes' first game this season because they were busy. Remember, they contributed more players to the national team, which was competing at the sports at the Pacific Australia Sports Netball Series. That's in Australia. So after that, the Green Buffaloes team went to East Africa in Kenya to participate in the East African Championship. So this was the first time Green Buffaloes participated. So it was Kanyaninga 30, Green Buffaloes 60, Mazabuka United 22, Red Arrows 69, NAPSA 38, Lusaka City Council 38. This was an interesting game where Lusaka City Council were leading, then NAPSA came from behind to level the scores. In a rescheduled week 3 game, it was Mazabuka United 24, Prison Leopards 66. Then the game between Prison Leopards and Unza was postponed. We go to football now in the MTN Super League week 34 results. Earlier we saw pictures that Esther was showing us. So it was Red Arrows 5, Power Dynamos 1, Rumwana Radiance 1, FC Muza 2, Green Buffaloes 2, Zanako 1, Nkwazi 1, Green Eagles 0, Chambishi 4, Buildcon 2, Nchanga Rangers 1, Kabwe Warriors 1, Prison Leopards 2, NAPSA Stars 2, Nkana 2, Kansanshi Dynamos 0, Forest Rangers 0, Zesco United 1. So in terms of teams that have been relegated here, Nkwazi survived relegation. But Buildcon are gone, Chambishi are gone, Nchanga Rangers are gone, and also Lumwana Radiants are gone to Division 1. So we'll be meeting them on TV3 in the National Division 1 League. Then we go to the National Division 1 League week 34 results. Mutondo Stars 4, Young Green Buffaloes 0, Trident 1, Jumulo 3, Livingston Pirates 1, Kito United 3, Malaiti Rangers 0, Indeni 2, Mufulira Wanderers 2, Konkola Blades 1, Kafue Eagles 0, Atletico Lusaka 1, Kafue Celtic 1, City of Lusaka 0, Aguila Stars 1, Pulungu Harbour 0, Bats FC 3, Lusaka Dynamos 0. So this was a walkover result. So Lusaka Dynamos, Bats are gone to the provincial league, as well as Livingston Pirates. They've also been demoted, and Kafue Celtic. So these will be playing provincial football. We move on to the Europa League final, which was played on Wednesday. It was a battle of Sevilla of Spain and Roma of Italy. So Sevilla won by 4 goals to 1 on penalties after the match finished 1-0. Then in the English FA Cup, it was the battle of Manchester. So it was Manchester City 2, Manchester United 1. So Manchester City getting a double. And if they win the Champions League on next week on Saturday on the 10th, then they'll get a treble. What a season it has been for Manchester City. Right, so we end here in terms of results, but before I introduce my guests in the studio, let's dance to a Chipolo Polo song.
Boy kuno zona de sari para boy satana de mfane nsoni zona ba mwine ndelanda I saw them bow wabirima wachibone chikombe chirea na Zambia wabirima wachibone chikombe chirea na Zambia murere inendetira murere iwe na Zambia
mina ni mina aluwezeze awa kapte kise wunda music se amweze elisha beafaten wena ka wena
Pusta waimona Pusta waimona Yes, man.
so-called the Chiporokoro boys for lifting the Africa Cup here. And before you lifted the AFCON, it was the same Sunday I can see the Republican President, Mr. Mike Ruchirufya Pavatosata, laying wreaths at Independence Stadium at the graves of those fallen heroes into the Gabonese coast. Remember, Zambians, you have made us proud. You have partially wiped away our tears to whatever happened in 1993 here. And here is a touching message. As you are heading to the World Cup, I need to inform the whole world that Zambians are now coming here. Many thanks to the Vuvuzela boys for boosting the morale for our national side.
That's one J there with Mulwelele. Mulwelele is in the sky. So Chipolopolo, we can wish them all the best as they play Ivory Coast on June the 17th. All they need is just a point for them to qualify to the Africa Cup of Nations. They last went there in 2015. So Zambians are really looking forward to Zambia going back to the Africa Cup of Nations. So time for me to welcome my guest in the studio now. He is 16 now and turning 17 on Wednesday, which is the 7th of June. He started playing the game of drafts at a tender age, and now he is already a Federation Master. He's now chasing after the Grand Master title. In March this year, he won the National Young Sportsman of the Year, and on 25th May 2023, the Republican President Hakainde Hichilema bestowed on him a president's insignia of recognition. And also this year, he defended the national title. He's only 16, turning 17 on Wednesday. I'm talking about William Christian Chinzewe. Let's welcome him. I've hosted him before on this show, but I'm bringing him back because of what he's achieved. William, you can come through. Good to have you once again.
Thank you very much.
At a young boy with the thinking capacity of an elderly person. You're welcome. You can take your seat here. Right. So good to have you once again. But just as a recap, in case there are people who missed out, we just recap. How did you start playing the game of drafts?
I started playing the game of draft at a tender age in, is it in 2013 to 2014 when I was 7 to 8 years old. I just used to play with people in markets, in Kaunda Square, at times in SOS when we shifted, and then that's how I just continued playing the game. But when I heard that there are also people who traveled because of this game, there are world championships, that's how I just got inspired and continued working hard up to date.
What attracted you to drafts? I mean, boys of that age would want to play football and not drafts. What attracted you to drafts?
What attracted me to drafts is because I can see, like, in short, when I'm playing drafts, it opens up my mind. At times you would find that I'm being stressed with something, maybe I'm upset, I'm hungry, but when I just go and play draft, everything all of the sudden changes. You will find that career happiness nakawekera mu foot.
Great. But have you played football before?
Not really.
Apart from drafts, what else did you try out?
I only tried out football, but it wasn't for a long period of time because draft required nothing time. Concentrate draft.
Okay. Did you receive support from your parents? Did they encourage you that, okay, continue going to the markets to play drafts? Did they support you?
They didn't.
They were against it that no, you are wasting your time. Come on.
Yes, they were very much against, but now they have seen that at least in drafts, someone can even find sponsorship, and also, of course, can benefit financially, and of course, it can help you to pay money in schools, buy uniforms, etc.
So for them, what were the reasons for stopping you to go and play drafts?
Of course, their reasons was they only wanted me to concentrate in school.
All right. But you were managing to do both?
Yes.
Okay.
And to them still managing.
Right. Okay, tell us about your academics. In which grade are you now? And how are you performing at school?
At the moment, I'm in grade 11. And my performance is not so bad.
Okay. At which school are you?
Chawama Secondary.
Chawama Secondary School. Great. So, what do your classmates say at school after seeing you playing drafts and traveling, going to places?
Of course, some got inspired and they usually tell me to say, William, can you teach us how to play draft? When can I come at your house? I want to learn how to play draft. Some can ask to say, no, William, ndeke romfika shani. Romfika shani kuri basungu. How does it feel to be with the wazunguzi? Some would ask to say, William, how did you learn these games? How did you meet up with the people? Can take you abroad?
Okay. So when was the first time when you traveled abroad to go for a championship?
My first time when I traveled abroad to go for a championship was in Malawi. That was the beginning of January in last year.
Okay.
Last year, the first month of the year. That's when I went to Malawi to go and challenge the international masters who were second in 2018 African Championship and the 2016 African Championship. When I went there to challenge them, of course, I did manage to at least come back to Zambia with good news.
How was your performance there, and how can you describe the competition there in Malawi?
The competition there was really tough. It wasn't an easy one for me to win, but through my focus, hard working, and perseverance, I still managed to beat the Malawians.
You won the tournament, including beating the grandmasters?
No, international masters.
Okay, only international masters.
Yes, meaning they were second from the Africa Cup.
All right. And after that, after you went to Malawi, what was your next big championship?
My next big championship was now in Bulgaria, where I participated in 3 different categories of youth championship in under 17, world championship in Bulgaria.
And that's you there with the flag?
Yes, that's me.
Okay, wow, that's in Bulgaria there. Yeah, tell us what you won and what you achieved.
Yes, in Bulgaria we first played the round of Classic. In the Classic, I managed to at least accumulate 13 points, then followed by the second in the place. His name is Artem Tinikov, and he was having 11 points. That's how I won a gold medal in Classic. Then followed by Rapids. Then we played 7 rounds. Out of 7 rounds, I had 5 wins and 2 draws. Again, I won a gold medal. Then in breeze, I was third. I won a bronze medal. Then in categories of adults, which was breeze again, I won a silver medal.
Wow, you were playing against the big guys.
Yes.
Right. So you came out with how many medals? 5.
5 medals.
Hey. Okay. So let's see a video from Bulgaria when you were being given a medal from Bulgaria. Okay. So anyway, at least we saw the photos. You with a flag in Bulgaria. What lessons did you learn there in Bulgaria?
The lessons which I learned in Bulgaria was that when you go there, it's not, you don't have to fear like to say, no, this time I'm facing the Wazungus, or perhaps I'm facing the whites, so the game will be tough. Us Africans, we are very behind. When you go there, you have to be like confident that you are really going to make it with the support which, of course, your country is giving you. So you have to try by all means not to disappoint your people.
Right. After Bulgaria, what was your next big tournament?
After Bulgaria, my next big tournament was the national championship.
And before that, you were supposed to go to Georgia, right?
Yes.
And then it's now no, not
Now, unfortunately, the trip didn't go according to plan, so we didn't participate.
Okay, came back from the border.
Yes.
That was unfortunate indeed, and we are looking forward to seeing how you are going to perform at an even bigger stage, because that was the World Championship for seniors. Yeah, because the previous one was for the juniors, right? All right, even though there were some categories for
the seniors.
All right, so you came back to compete in the national championship.
The national championship.
And you entered as a defending champion.
Yes.
All right, so before you tell us more about that championship, let's just recap. We play a report about that national championship. The Zambia Draughts Federation hosted the 2023 National Championship at OIDC in Lusaka during the Easter weekend. Over 50 men and women took part in the competition to vie for honors. Among them is 14-year-old Clement Mwanza of Mtendere Draughts Club, who proved to be a menace. He managed to record 3 wins, 3 draws and 3 losses out of 9 rounds to emerge 19th overall with 9 points. However, all eyes were on defending champion William Chinzewe, who is fresh from scooping the National Young Sportsman of the Year award. The 16-year-old, who is the Federation Master, needed to prove once again that he is a force to reckon with. Chinzewe did not disappoint, as he won 8 games and drew 1 to finish the tournament with 17 points out of the possible 18. He was crowned the 2023 national champion for the 2nd year running, beating Wallace Piri, who emerged 2nd with 13 points, while Congolese Grandmaster International Richard Mwamba settled for 3rd place with 12 points.
The national tournament, it hasn't been so easy for me. It has been really tough, with the presence of a good number of titled players such as FM Kennedy Piri, FM Mwanza Sakala, and many others. It wasn't so easy for me to win, but through my hard working and determination, I've managed to retain my title of Federation Master in 2023.
Zambia Draughts Federation General Secretary Raphael Piri is impressed with this year's turnout.
The turnout is excellent. I think last year we had about 36 players across the country, but this year we've got about 56, out of which about 42 are male and the rest are female. Yesterday, when we were opening on the first day, we had about 16 females, and out of which we may need about 8 or 10 who will be in the reserve side for the women's national team.
With the national championship done, focus will now shift to the African Championship, which Zambia is expected to host in July 2023. Modern Sinkala, ZNBC Sport, Lusaka.
William Chinzewe. You can see the faces which are there, that most of them, other than him, apart from that boy from Tendere, right?
Yes.
Who may be following your footsteps. How have you mastered the art of really winning, even beating old people?
Yeah, the way I've mastered the art of drafts, you would find that at times I'm playing a draft with someone, I'm playing a very tough tournament, or I'm facing against a very, very tough player. You'd find that I'm playing a certain position, then if I lose, I would go back and start like analyzing and trying to solve solutions and check where did I make this error. So this is how I also improved in this game, because you would find that a player has defeated me, but I wouldn't be satisfied with that loss. I'll be like, so I don't know how I can explain it, but I can say that ningafune maningi like kubweza revenge palija loss.
But what makes you so special? Do you have a bigger brain than anyone else? Or maybe you do more practice when you are home, and what do you do to practice, for instance, that national tournament? How did you prepare for it?
The way I prepared for that national tournament is because I was like confident that I already managed to win the World Youth Championships and the other many tournaments, but I usually tell myself to say that, William, in 2019 you managed to become number 3 in Zambia. In 2020, unfortunately, we had no tournament. There was
because of COVID.
Yes. Then in 2021, I was second. Then in 2022, I told myself to say, no, William, this is your time to win this tournament. And I actually managed to win the tournament.
At the age of 20, at the age of 16.
Yes, and then this year, again, I told myself to say, no, William, you're the defending champion. You have to show that you are improving your skills on daily basis, so you also have to win this tournament.
And you won it without losing a game?
Yes, 8 draws and 1 draw.
8 wins and 1 draw.
8 wins and 1 draw.
And who is that lucky person who forced a draw with you?
FM Kennedy P.
Oh, okay. Wow. Did you play the Grandmaster?
Yes, I played him.
And you beat him?
Yes.
Wow. So, what will it take for you to become a Grandmaster?
Yeah, of course, is to continue being determined, focused, and not giving up in these things. You also have to work hard. If I see that I have no challengers here in Zambia, I usually go on the website and start playing online games.
Okay, with the Grandmasters?
Grandmasters.
Right. So do you have competition here in Zambia at the moment?
What I can say is so far
no competition. Okay, so I know that there's a place called the Cornerstone here of no games, players playing drafts there. Do you go there to play?
Yes, I usually.
And I know those are money games.
Yes, I usually go there, but sometimes you would find that the whole day and I would spend 5 hours just seated and watching.
Why?
Because like I mentioned earlier, I've got a few challengers. So this is why I usually just practice via online.
Okay, what are you saying? So in short, you're saying no one wants to play with you. Okay, what William is trying to say is when they're playing money games, so no one wants to play William because they're afraid of losing their money, so they would rather play with others. So William has no challengers here in Zambia. All right, so before you won that national championship, you were awarded, you were given an award of Young Sportsman of the Year after the heroics in Bulgaria. How did that make you feel?
Of course, that made me feel really good, and it really motivated me to improve even more in the sports of draft.
Okay. I know you had who are you competing with?
During
there were 3 nominees there.
Yes,
There was
3
you.
nominees. There was the other one for boxing. Other one is it for maybe motorsports? Yes.
Yeah, and I know before that, prior to those awards, you were you are not sure. Are you going to scoop or you are not?
I wasn't sure.
Yeah, so run me through how you were feeling before the results were just announced. How were you feeling at that point?
Before the results were not yet announced, I was feeling very I was feeling very nervous to say, am I going to win this award or not? But according to what I thought, I was being told to say, William, don't worry, you are still capable of scooping this award because of your achievement in Bulgaria. You won a lot of medals, so most likely it will be you.
And certainly it was you. I can see there with the check, 20,000 kwacha check. You can see Eric Ingondo there presenting you with a Stanbic check. And that's what you were talking about when you said the money. So you won money there.
Yes.
How did it make you feel, that, already at a tender age, you've started earning through sports?
Yeah, of course, it has encouraged me to improve even more in the sports of draft. And I know that if I continue improving and encouraging other young ones to say they will also at one point know these things, at least our game will be even more promoted.
Right. And I'm sure this is helping you also towards the school. I'm sure you had to buy at least maybe some materials for school, and that's what you prepare for the exams next year.
Yes.
Okay. So that's William Chinzewe winning the Young Sportsman of the Year award. It didn't end there. It didn't end there. Just on 25th May, the president recognized you at State House. Run me through how you felt when you just received the call from State House. Oh, William Chinzewe, you have to come to State House.
Yeah, when we received the call that William Chinzewe, you have to come to State House, you have been invited for the presidential award, I was like very surprised to hear that I'm being welcomed to go for the presidential award. So it felt good and encouraging.
Right. And you're thinking, is it me, State House? And that was the first time for you to go to State House?
Yes, that was my first time, and that's what I was thinking. Is it me who is going to State House? Finally, at least my hard working is now paying off, but though I was surprised.
How did it feel? Not so many have that privilege of, meeting with the head of state. And when he bestowed that medal on you, what was the feeling?
Yeah, the feeling was really nice.
Right. Okay, so tell me, what would you advise your fellow young people who, for instance, would want to join drafts, but maybe they're thinking, drafts in solo? What would you say?
What I can say is that they should do, if they're interested in playing draft, they should continue playing this lovely game, because I know that everything has got its own time. You'd find that today we are all saying that no, drafting is already taken from market, but we don't know that things are slowly changing and things are slowly improving, like what our government said that in Zambia we consider all sports, there are no minor sports. So if they continue working hard, they also reap the benefits in future.
And I heard someone, I think the comment was not in good taste. I heard someone after the awards, they didn't win, then they were saying, surely instead of giving us my awards, wapa some awards one solo. What would you say regarding that comment?
Yeah, what I can say regarding that comment is that it's because of most of the people really underrate this game of draft, and they think as if draft is a very, very minor sport, but at least they are now knowing to say that draft can even be played at the international level.
Right. So you have 2 days to your birthday. You'll be turning 17 on Wednesday. What are your plans?
My plans on Wednesday is, of course, to celebrate my birthday, and afterwards I will also challenge GMY from Belarus, who will also play a marathon of 30 games.
Grandmaster from Belarus.
Yes.
Wow. So, are you ready for that game?
Yes, I'll prepare adequately for it.
It's an online game?
Yes, yes. Because you know I wouldn't want to lose on my birthday.
So if you win, it will be like a birthday present. But I'm sure it won't be easy, playing a grandmaster.
Yes, I know it won't be easy.
Okay. All right. We wish you all the best. But what next can we expect from William Chinzewe going forward?
Wow, what you can expect from William Chinzewe from going forward is, of course, next month we're having an African Championship, and it will be also played as usual in 3 categories. Though for this one, it will be a tournament for adults, meaning from the age of 10 years up to maybe 90 years, anyone can participate. Yes, anyone can participate, and we have so many different countries across Africa. So meaning this tournament won't be easy to win, but I'm confident that I will at least this time come with 2 or 3 gold medals for Zambia.
Right, and especially that it will be played on home soil. I know the last time it was played here, it was
in 2016.
It was in 2016, right? It was Lukanga Mambwe
from Congo.
And no, Lukanga Mambwe is Zambian, but Richard Mwamba is from Congo.
Oh, Richard Mwamba.
Yes,
Lukanga Mambwe won it in 2018 in Malawi.
In Malawi. But I remember, I think there were 2 categories. There's rapid and what?
Breeze and the classic.
Yeah, so I think the 2 won, but they won in different categories. Yeah, so looking forward to that tournament. And so when you win that one, you become a grandmaster automatically.
Yes, especially when I win the tournament in the category of classic, because it's the main round and it's not easy to win. Whereby each side of the clock we have been given 45 minutes there and here 45 minutes. So a player has enough time to calculate, to solve solutions. So it's not easy to beat a player in 45 minutes, whereby you can even count for more than enough time.
Okay, we'll be looking forward to that moment when you become a grandmaster this year. Can you say amen?
Amen.
All right, I want to see if you've improved on your feet in terms of ball juggling. If you've improved already. Last time you were here with elated Chanda, how many did you do, William?
3.
You did 3?
Yes.
We'll see how many you do today. And then Elijah did 5, right?
Yes.
So we'll see how many you do today. So let's see how much you've improved in terms of ball juggling. William Chinzewe, national drafts champion. 1, 2.
Yeah.
Try it again. Fig it. Time starts now. 1, 2. William, what has happened? From 3 now you can barely do. Okay,
maybe it's because I'm not wearing the proper shoes for football.
No. Try again. 1, 2. Okay, thank you very much, William. You can come through here. Thank you very much for coming, and it was good having you. We can wish you all the very best in your endeavors as you wish to become a grand master in drafts. Yes, it's in solo. We grew up playing drafts, but you can go international with drafts. So William Chinzewe, the current national drafts champion, is the one I was hosting today. But you can continue writing in terms of the answers. That photo I showed you earlier on. We'll be so happy. We'll read the comments next week on next week's show. My name is Modern Tapechela Sinkala. Goodbye.